We're right on the cusp of one of the most exciting midterm election nights in years, and a lot of big names are playing for big stakes. 7 people in particular have a lot riding on Tuesday's outcome. First up, naturally, is President Biden. Democrats will probably lose control of the House of Representatives on Tuesday, and that would mean trouble for Biden. Biden would have a real struggle to advance his domestic agenda if the GOP takes the House. Republicans would also launch probes into the administration and into the president's family in this scenario, and that would spell more trouble. Also, the election results in general will be seen as a referendum on Biden. If the outcome is very negative, that will worry Democrats and will increase chatter about whether Biden should step aside after one term rather than seeking re-election. The other marquee name with a lot riding on what happens on Tuesday is former President Trump. Trump endorsed a huge number of candidates in Republican primaries this cycle, and most of them won. But now some of Trump's picks are in very tight races. On Tuesday night, keep a close eye on the fate of Mehmet Oz in Pennsylvania and Herschel Walker in Georgia, both Senate candidates, as well as Kari Lake, who wants to become Arizona's governor. If they win, Trump will claim much of the credit. But if they lose, there'll be new questions around the former president's brand of politics. And that matters a lot, especially with Trump mulling a 2024 bid for the presidency. Who else has a lot at stake on Tuesday? Well, there are 2 governors of big states, Republican Ron DeSantis of Florida and Democrat Gavin Newsom of California. Both men are running for re-election, and they'll almost certainly win, but that's not the only thing that matters. If DeSantis racks up a big margin over his Democratic challenger Charlie Crist, it will strengthen his case as a possible 2024 presidential candidate. Newsom is even more sure to win in deep blue California. But Newsom has also been bolder than most in positioning himself as a possible alternative to Biden for Democrats in 2024. A good night for Newsom and a bad one for his party could ironically help him make his case. There's another Californian who has a lot hinging on the outcome on Election Day, and that's Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Pelosi has led House Democrats for almost 20 years, but heavy losses for the party would almost certainly speed that epic run to its end. Senator Rick Scott of Florida is the head of the Senate Republicans' campaign arm, but he also laid out a plan earlier this year that Democrats have seized on. Scott's plan would require all federal legislation to be reauthorized every 5 years, otherwise it would lapse. Now, that sounds kind of dry, but in practice it means Social Security and Medicare, 2 enormously popular programs, would be put onto shaky ground. So if Senate Republicans fare worse than expected on Tuesday, expect plenty of fingers to be pointed at Scott. The other Republican is Congresswoman Liz Cheney. Cheney lost her primary in a landslide in August, so she's leaving Congress whatever happens. But the results overall will show whether the MAGA wing of the Republican Party that Cheney detests is losing steam, or whether it's as strong as ever.